A very good morning to you. Welcome to the morning edition of the show. Promises to be exciting. A lot of sporting events to look at, to review things that happened over the weekend. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
I am Tayo Salam. It's great to have you join us again. Let's start off with what happened in the Premier League yesterday. Jamie Vardy climbed off the bench for Leicester as the Foxes stunned Arsenal by 1-0, the first Premier League away win at the Emirates.
All right. So that's it in the English Premier League. Leicester stunning Arsenal, scoring a goal. And, of course, the likely candidate was always going to be Jamie Vardy.
Absolutely.
And he did it for the Foxes. All right, let's move on and talk about the King of Cologne. That's what we've dubbed him this morning. Second time lucky for Alexander Zverev. He was able to beat Argentina's Diego Schwartzman in the final of the Bet1 Oaks Championship, defeating his opponent 6-1, 6-2 to win in Cologne for the second time in less than 3 weeks.
Oh, right. Alexander Zverev, of course, when you win back-to-back in the same city, it's only right you're dubbed the king of that particular region. Congratulations to Alexander Zverev. Also on the show this time around, let's talk about the great Lewis Hamilton. Yesterday in Portugal, he broke Michael Schumacher's all-time race wins record. He's now won 92 F1 races. Lewis Hamilton, congratulations. Take the bar wherever you are. Yeah.
And that's how we start the show today. We start with Formula One, Portuguese Grand Prix, and what Lewis Hamilton. What's kept secret? We always knew was going to happen at some point, especially the moment when he equaled that record. You knew it was only a matter of time.
Right.
During this season, that it was going to shatter Michael Schumacher's record.
Of course, it wasn't never going to go past 2020. I mean, just one race to surpass the great Michael Schumacher. And that's exactly what Lewis Hamilton did just yesterday in Portugal. He's now won 92 F1 races. Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton, who now leads the championship by 77 points. So, I mean, 77 points, and you have just about 130 more points to play for. Then you see why we think he's going to be a 7-time world champion at the end of the season.
Surely.
Barring any disaster, I mean, things can happen.
Yeah. You never say never.
Yeah.
But, all right, before we go on,
Augusta Masters is just next month. It's just around the corner.
Although the top guys are complaining about the absence of the fans.
Yeah, well, but I mean, it was always going to be that way. They need to.
It was going to water down.
Of course,
of
course.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they still got to hit the course and play.
Towards that. I was very excited to talk about the big one, UFC.
Yeah, UFC 254.
Where we have to pay our respects to Nurmagomedov. I mean,
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I listened to all the things that the man went through, and the fact that those things didn't grab the headlines. You know, usually before a fight, somebody has a broken fist, a broken toe, somebody fight is called off. You know, sell stuff like that. But the fact that it was kept out.
Yeah, no one knew about it.
No one knew
until.
And Brave the Odds still came fight. And after that, telling us...
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, Khabib Nurmagomedov, in case you missed it, has announced his retirement from the MMA after submitting Justin Gaethje. That was in the second round at UFC 254 on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. I mean, this guy, you have to say, is definitely one of the greatest of all time fighters. 29-0. That's a remarkable record to have in the cage. And after that particular fight, Dana White, who should know, because he's been and seen a lot of great fighters come and go, he's had some very interesting things to say, pretty much confirming the GOAT status of Khabib Nurmagomedov. There you go there, Dana White, pretty much confirming the GOAT status of Khabib Nurmagomedov. The UFC has seen so many great fighters come and go. John Jones, GSP, what's the other guy, Anderson Silva, so many great fighters. You have to say Khabib is definitely in the conversation for one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
No doubts.
No doubt. I remember what he did to Conor McGregor, all the noise and everything.
Yeah, I just submitted him as well
and
to his...
Gaethje, just recently.
Done the same thing to Gaethje as well. So, and this was his first fight, it must be said, since his father and coach passed away early in the year from complications of COVID-19. We need to go on a break now. When we come back, we'll be diving into football. We're going to do a comprehensive review of all the games that went down yesterday in the English Premier League.
It's that time of the show where we bring you into all that we're doing. And of course, we always tell you that you're an integral part of the show.
Right.
But just in case you're joining us for the first time, this is what you need. This is what you need to do. Of course, send us a mail, sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. That's if you send us an email. Then, of course, if you're sending in a tweet, you have it right there on your screen. Tweet at our handle. It's verified. And speak on all the issues we've talked about. We've talked about the UFC, Khabib Nurmagomedov, his retirement. We've also talked about tennis. Of course, we have also talked about Formula One. We will now be talking about the English Premier League. We'll talk about the Super Eagles captain, Ahmed Musa,
right.
an interesting development in his career. We'll talk about all of that on the show. So be a part of everything that we're doing, and let's make it conversational right here on the show. All right, Tayo, let's move on. I think we should.
Before we go to the Premier League, let's talk about the captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Ahmed Musa, who appears to be on his way out of Saudi Arabian club side, Al Nassr.
Yeah, that's the information that we have.
Yep.
We don't know the direction he's going yet.
Not at the moment.
But you know, the club has put it out on their
on
Twitter,
social media.
so we know that he's leaving. Okay.
Yes, pretty much a farewell message, tweet coming from the Saudi Arabian club side. That's Al Nassr, meaning Ahmed Musa has just played his last game for the Saudi Arabian club side. Like we said, really don't know what's next for Musa right now, but we wish him all the best in his future endeavors. So Ahmed Musa is no longer a player of Al Nassr. Let's move on and talk about one of the clubs Ahmed Musa used to play for. Didn't exactly have a great time at the King Power Stadium, Leicester. Leicester were in action against Arsenal. That was in the English Premier League yesterday night at the Emirates, in case you missed the scoreline. For any reasons, it ended 1-0. Jamie Vardy climbing off the bench to score a late winner for the Foxes. And I have to say, Arsenal fans and anyone connected with our club must be sick and tired of seeing this guy who's now scored 5 goals at the Emirates, the most by any visiting player. And I just knew yesterday.
I knew. Once they didn't get that goal, you knew it was going to happen.
Somehow.
And the moment I saw him warming up, I knew that Brendan Rodgers was going to bring him on the moment Arsenal do not score. And they took everything Arsenal were able to throw at them. And that sucker punch at the time in the game where they couldn't, you know, probably fight back. And he continues his good run against Arsenal.
That's why I said Arsenal fans must be sick and tired of seeing this guy. You have to say it was a tactical masterclass coming from Brendan Rodgers as well, too, because when you saw the lineup, there was no out-and-out strike. I know Iheanacho Vardy, there was Harvey Barnes, the false nine. They wanted to contain. It was a containment situation for them, and they did just that until it was time to bring in the gunman, and Jamie Vardy did not disappoint at all. So 1-0 win for Leicester over Arsenal, their first Premier League away win at the Emirates. As a matter of fact, first Premier League away win at all over Arsenal. Right. So, that's it. Congratulations to Leicester City. We're now being joined by our guest, Austin Okonakpan. Is going to join us from London now to help us review some of the other games that were played yesterday in the English Premier League. Austin, good morning. It's great to have you on the show.
Good morning, Tyre. Good morning, Yemi. Good morning, Tyre. Good to see you guys. Good to be on the show this morning.
It's great to see you too, Austin. Hey, I believe you're doing very well, so fantastic.
Yeah, we're keeping safe. Winter is coming fast right here in London, so everybody's still keeping safe. I'm sure you guys are doing the same. We just hope that better times are ahead of us.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, so let's talk about Arsenal and Leicester. Quickly, you watched that match, and after 90 minutes in extra time, it was Jamie Vardy, getting all 3 points for the Foxes. And what a lot of people have been saying after that game is the Arsenal lacked creativity, they lacked imagination, especially in the final third. And you wonder why they've decided to leave Mesut Ozil out of the 25-man Premier League squad for the season.
Yeah, so that has actually been the major talking point. A lot of persons questioning Mikel Arteta. I think that wasn't wise of him to leave Mesut out of the team for the season. When you have a team that you're building, you want to keep some persons who know the league, who knows the system, who understands the club. And Mesut Ozil has been there with the Gunners. I think that was a fair treatment by Mikel Arteta. And that's why the critics are coming so hard on him that you don't have such a player. And some actually believe that Ozil has still got a lot to give to the Gunners. So that's not a way to tell a player to leave the club, particularly one who has served the club, who to an extent has shown that he loves the club. He wants to play for the club. He wants to give his best. Yes, I know we won't stop having coaches and players misunderstanding, but you've got to be professional. I mean, if this guy can bring some sort of quality to the team, you use him. The game against Leicester City, I heard you guys talk about the plans, the master stroke tactics that Brendan Rodgers deployed. Yeah. So let's say, come on, so he's going to do the work for him up there. He needed to watch the Gunners. Arsenal is a team that can attack and stun any club side, but when you look at them and understand that you can actually turn that same tactics around for them, then you're on the right path. And that's what Brendan Rodgers did. A lot of Gunners fans that are my friends that I've spoken to are not surprised about the result. I think something about a mental shift going on with Arsenal now. They started well, particularly winning that FA Cup to make it to Europa. You expect now not just Mikel Arteta, the club to have a particular direction that will keep that momentum going, So let's see. Let's can do in their next game. We know that Leicester City Arsenal is actually a big one whenever it's coming out there. But now it's advantage Leicester whenever this tie is on.
Okay, all right. Also, let me just throw this one at you. You saw the game, you listened to fans, and a lot of people have questioned Arsenal's title credentials, and this to a lot of people will be that situation they point to and say, look, nothing has changed. And so from the fans that you spoke to and what you see and the mood, do the fans still believe that, look, this team is still going to chase the top four at best or still could fight for the league?
It's just match day 6, guys. And, with Arsenal, they've got some of the most loyal fans out there. I keep telling Arsenal fans that the way they support their team is like a marriage. It's only a marriage union that you can stay with such a team, breaking your heart all weekend, and then you still staying there.
Arsenal fans are a loyal bunch.
They'll tell you the same thing. It's early days, Yemi. I agree with them, but I mean, in a 100 meters dash, the way you start matters. Now think about a campaign, a marathon, so start is everything, So let's hope that they pick themselves back. The fans are keeping their faith. They're still believing. The vibes that the Gunners gave towards the end of last season to this one was good. So you'd expect them that to just keep it going.
Yeah, I was going to say, like you said, the fans are still believing. What exactly are they believing in? Top four, title, challenge? What exactly, is the target for a lot of the Arsenal fans that you've spoken to this season?
So Tayo, you see, for Arsenal fans, first it was, we'll make it to the top four no matter how bad we play. And then it got to, we'll definitely make it to Europe no matter how bad we play. Now, Mikel Arteta is winning trophies. They are winning the FA Cups and they love it. So now they're believing that every season they can get a trophy. And I think that's good, but the Gunners still need to be depth in that team. You don't sign Partey and you want to party all night long. You know, there's a lot. It's a long, long season. When you see teams like Leeds United, the way they play football, Aston Villa, and the good run that they've had, you got to know that there's going to be so much surprises this season.
Yeah.
So for the guys, they need to find a way to, you know, stay relevant. When you build a momentum, learn how to sustain it. You know, Leicester City, I'm sure, just knew that they had a game plan and were going to get something out of the Emirates Stadium, and it worked. You know, Arsenal fans are a little bit here and there. There's some matches that they will win. They'll say, "Oh, if it was 4 years ago under Wenger, they would have lost it or they would have dropped the points." How about you winning those games you need to win? You know, particularly when you know that persons are beginning to monitor your style and look at the new way they're playing now with some of the inclusions that they have on the team. So, Tayo, nobody can say if it's a top 4 finish now or if it's to win the league. But winning the league is a big, big task. You don't want to put pressure on this Arsenal team. There's nothing wrong with them believing, but then again, I believe the way you start is important when you want to win a league. You must make a statement. Aston Villa will not say they'll win the league, but with the way they started, you will not tip them for relegation.
Interesting.
It's a lot about, you know, well in the league. So Arsenal needs to work on that. Yeah.
Of course. Anyways, before we leave Arsenal quickly, let's talk about the captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Is now 5 league games without a goal now. This is his longest drought since 2014. Is it time for Arsenal fans to start getting worried? I mean, it's got that massive contract now, and the goals are not coming.
You know, fans are so funny. When it's going well, they stand by you. Just give them one match, and then they start asking questions. They never even get you worried. They say, maybe you would have even gone last season, you know. So fans are like that, you know. They always want to keep their bragging right. There's a lot of pressure on Oba at the moment, you know. Sometimes when you're a top player, you want to look at the bench and see top players. With you want to see persons that when you're not out there, they're going to be doing the job for you. A general doesn't necessarily need to go to war. He just stands and look at the other soldiers and know that he can give orders that they can win. I think there's so much mental pressure on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And he needs to calm down. He needs to, you know, slow down, take a look at his game, you know. After you sign that bumper contract, this is England. The press will come after you. They'll put so much pressure on you. There'll be so much expectations. And Tayo, Yemi, is African. And then they go, oh, so is it one season wonder? They go start saying also. I think Aubameyang has been distant since he came. He needs help. He needs help in Arsenal. When I say he needs help, he's not even going forward. There must be some level of creativity in that midfield that Oba can say to himself that I know these guys will give me the ball and we will score the goals. He's doing so much runs from the side. It has worked for Arsenal over the time. But if he's walking again, how about you change it? You know, because the game against Leicester, you could see that he tried to do one or two, 3 runs from the wings. Some persons also are trying to compare him to Henry with his style. He plays from the wings. Maybe those are some of the pressure that is getting to him. I mean, you can't compare someone that is still active to a legend of a club, you know, particularly Thierry Henry. So maybe Mikel Arteta needs to sit down and just tweak things a little, you know, even if you want to give him a free role going forward, he must understand that the top objective is to get the goals. I think he's a decent player. When his fire starts burning again, it will be difficult to quench it.
Yeah, the goals will come, definitely.
All right. Let's switch this up a little and talk about Southampton and Everton. Everton seem to have had a lot of respect with the way they started this season, but Southampton put a halt. Put a little...
It's been a crazy season.
Yeah. A little dent on it. But your reaction to how Everton has been able to get results against the good sides, but Southampton, you know, did a number on them.
Yeah, that's football, and that's the English Premier League. It's crazy. It's a crazy weekend, guys, because not just Southampton and Everton. How would you explain that fantastic Villa side that humbled Liverpool, but were, you know, torn apart by Leeds United? That's the English Premier League for you. That's the beauty. Southampton, guys, anytime when they're in their good form, they can stun any team. Everton was just going on the bank of their good form. It's a beautiful run, but look at how Southampton approached that game from start to finish. The tension was clear. They were out to minutes, and they did. And they are the sort of team that when they don't want you to play, you won't play. Ask Arsenal, ask Chelsea. Those are top teams. We have given Everton so much respect this season. We love what Carlo is doing. Carlo is bringing some level of philosophy, of optimism in that team. It's not just about them playing as a team. There's this sort of belief they are carrying. And we're beginning to respect them because, again, they're giving us a good start. Very, very important. But was I expecting the run to work for them at St. Mary's? Yes.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. No. I wasn't expecting it to end, Tayo. I was going with the records. I was part of the bookmakers and said, look, this Everton team will go run over the Southampton team. But that's the beauty of football. It stuns you the moment you want to start trying to act like you know where to go. So shout out to Southampton. I love it. I watched it and I think it did fantastic and deserve of 3 points.
Yeah, you have to say that again. Shout out to James Ward-Prowse and Shea Adams scoring the goals for the Saints in that victory. Let's go back to Saturday and talk about the big match on paper between Manchester United and Chelsea. I mean, it turned out to be an anticlimax, but ended goalless. And in that game, we saw Chelsea goalkeeper Edouard Mendy, producing a couple of very, very good saves to secure a point from that trip to Old Trafford. And after the game, Frank Lampard had this to say about the goalkeeper, who seems to be the #1 for Chelsea right now. We'll come back. Austin, take a listen to Frank Lampard, and we'll take your thoughts on what he has to say. A goalkeeper that you can rely on. Austin, over to you. It seems everything Frank Lampard is trying to say there now is they found their guy, and Mendy seems to be the #1 going forward. Is there any way back for Kepa Arrizabalaga?
Tough. I think Mendy gave Chelsea the only point they got from that match. And this is the sort of competition I'm talking about. Remember what I said about depth, Tayo? This is what a club needs. When it's not going the right way, go back, re-strategize. If Kepa is coming back, if he has any chance of coming back to man the goalpost, he knows he needs to give 100% now. Because Mendy has proven that he's here to stay. And he didn't come and start showing respect. We're all professionals. We are all here to do our job. And he has already shown that, with Chelsea. I like the way Lampard has been approaching this thing. And that's the difficult part of leadership. You can't talk down any player, no matter how badly the players done. And if you check all of his press conferences, he has always been on the side of Kepa, saying that, look, this guy is a #1. He's going to get back. Look, this guy is a human style. They go through pains. They go through worries. They go through family issues here and there, and it can affect their game. You never know what Kepa is going through, but what Chelsea fans will be saying is we're glad that there's
Chelsea
Mendy.
fans don't care.
Because they don't care. That's the fans for you. They'll be saying, oh, look at it. And the last top drawer save he made in that match against Manchester United.
Rashford.
Chelsea fans are, already saying, if it was Kepa, from Rashford, if it was Kepa now, it would have been a goal. That's the fans for you, But Lampard can't think that way. Does Mendy need this sort of momentum to ease into the club? Very, very important. And we're glad that he's settling in well. He's an African brother. He has brought good competition to the goalkeeping role in Chelsea. But doesn't stop the fact that he needs to know that Kepa is always there and might be the preferred choice if he picks up his fire again. So with this, everybody keeps their A game. That's what it is. Look, it's a game of chance. If you have your chance, you need to take it. And that's what I said about Arsenal. They need this level of competition. And that's why you don't have a top quality Mesut Ozil, and because of some level of understanding, you're putting him aside. No, you need this competition to keep going. That's what we're seeing in Everton. When you see the way they play, the style they play, you can tell that there's competition in that squad. Anybody that gets a chance is using it. Southampton yesterday, you saw them making new debut. The under-21 French player was introduced, top quality player. He's always been on the bench. He had 10 minutes. He took it. That's what league football is all about.
All right, then. Indeed, healthy competition is very important for teams that really want to compete in the upper regions of the Premier League. And Mendy is the first Chelsea goalkeeper to keep back-to-back clean sheets since Peter Cech in 2014. So that's great company to be with, definitely. We need to go on a break now, Austin. When we come back, we'll be touching on what went down in Spain, the first El Clasico of the season between Real Madrid, of course, and Barcelona. Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer speaking on the debut of Edinson Cavani. That was against Chelsea yesterday. Austin, quickly, your thoughts on the Uruguayan top striker making his debut off the bench for the Red Devils yesterday, on Saturday.
A good one. A good one for Manchester United and Cavani. I'm sure a lot of the fans will be saying they need to see more of him to actually assess him. But he has hit the ground running. Let's see what he can do. Especially sentiment here and there for people like us that follow Nigeria's or Johnny Hello. We say that he's coming now. Well, I want get to play, but that's what we're talking about is football. He comes in, if he doesn't take his chances, he's going to sit on the bench. It's Manchester United, you know. So, but top name Edinson Cavani, if he hits it, if he gets it going, it's going to be for a long while. I think it's a good one for Manchester United. It just takes the pressure off one person. I'll still go back to what I was saying about Aubameyang. So I'm sure a lot of persons won't judge him with that first game. It was a big game against Chelsea. And then I think both sides did their parts to ensure that, both sides did their part to ensure they share the spoils. So we're going to see again. It was more to, see Cavani and then assess.
All right. Also, let's just quickly talk about the El Clasico and go straight into it. Ronald Koeman, we're going to listen to him later on the show. But a lot of people, not because of the result, a lot of people still feel that something seems not right with Barcelona, and they could easily point to that result. But in Koeman's defense, he says the referee, the penalty was a wrong decision. But what do you make of all the issues? Do you think Koeman will settle this, will sort out this team properly, or, it's already going out of his hands?
It was never in his hands in the first place here, because I've been telling everyone that what is going on with Barcelona is psychological. It's in the brain. They need to see that, hey, Messi, are you fine this morning? Do you want a cup of coffee or you want tea? They need to look at the club and say to themselves that this is not the Barcelona that they used to be. So many things have gone wrong, and they need to see it. If it's some sort of orientation, they need to do it. I listened to Ronald Koeman after that match, and I felt for him because he had nowhere to go but start blaming the VAR. And look, that's what failure does to you. It just keeps excuses where you can jump on. But they need to go back from the board to the coaching crew, to the players, maybe to an extent even the fans that think that it's the same Barcelona. It's not the same Barcelona. And you can tell even the way they played. It wasn't a fantastic Real Madrid side, but they were able to grind the result at the Camp Nou. That's a painful result for any top, player that has, worn that Barcelona shirt. And look at where they are on the table. If you go to the La Liga table, don't even put your eye at the top if you're looking for Barca. They are down there in the 12th. Yeah, that's 12th actually.
12th now.
So I will argue that because they played only. Yeah, they're 12th the log, So that's what I'm saying. It's a mental situation going on at Barcelona. Is Messi happy? No, he's not.
Of course not. Yeah.
And look, that's like the model of the football for Barcelona. So I don't know. Koeman can come on and say everything he wants to say. If they had won that game, he probably would have said against all odds they went out to win it. But they're not winning. They need to find a way to start winning again. And not just win, show the superiority that they're known for. Real Madrid, they are on top of the log with 13 points. Barca, they are 12. with 7. And they might be saying to themselves that with just 7 points from 5 matches, Barcelona is Spain. They need to sit down and ask themselves that. That's a lot of, soul-searching questions that is off the pitch. And we always say it, when those problems off the pitch are not solved, it will come on the pitch and it will affect the player. And that's what I was saying with Barcelona. Unfortunately, they lost the Clásico that they would have loved to keep because of bragging rights. And we know that a lot is tied to that sort of fixture.
All right.
Say everything you want to say, that there is no Cristiano Ronaldo, and so El Clásico is not what it is. When Cristiano Ronaldo left, the El Clásico even got bigger in terms of betting. Football is global business.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, Austin, before we let you go, Austin, I know there's a lot to say, but before we let you go, Ronaldinho, his trouble seems not to have left him. Just a while ago, he was in trouble in Paraguay. Now, he's tested positive for COVID-19. I mean, your reaction to that, but sad news, it must be said.
Yeah, sad. We just hope that he beats it, and I'm confident he's going to beat it. So, look, anybody can be positive of COVID-19. That's why whenever we have an opportunity to talk to our viewers, to followers of our sport programs, we need to keep saying it. Everyone needs to stay safe out there because this disease does not respect status. It doesn't look at anybody's face. We've lost top people to this virus, and so when I heard Ronaldo tested positive, I just wished him well, and he will get better. But he's been through so much, and when you've been through what Ronaldinho has been through, your immune system is already low. So just pray that he gets better and then beat this virus, and then start. Yeah.
All right. Ronaldinho, I mean, just to add before Austin goes, Ronaldinho was supposed to attend an event at the Belo Horizonte, the stadium there. I know you're very familiar with that stadium because you were there at the World Cup in 2014. But he's safe now. He says he's well. He's asymptomatic, and we're wishing him fullest recovery. Austin, thank you very much for joining us on the show. Hopefully we can get you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
All right. We have to run. We spend all our time. We have the papers, but unfortunately we can't take the papers because the time is far spent, and we promise to read all of your tweets. When next we have the opportunity, and that will be tomorrow. I want to thank you for your time on the show today. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.
I am Tahir Salam. Enjoy the rest of your day.